I've been doing some fun things in this sketchbook, and last time I shared this, doing the scribble and then adding to it. I got two different looks depending on how I added things. This one and this one, I'm a very big fan of this side. It looks very organic and like wood, or I don't know, something. This to me looks more refined. What's a good word? Simple, minimalist, kind of graphic look to it. Which one do you like? Let me know down in the comments. Do you like the simpler graphic look or the kind of grungy organic look? Anyway, I like that one. All right, today though, I had the idea. Another way to kind of work with your sketchbook when cut holes in it. All right, let me show you what I mean. Here is a sketchbook where I've done this, and you can see I did my sketch and then opened up these areas. This would be the next layer, and it's kind of grasses, so you can see how that's cut out, and this would be the last layer. There'd be no cutouts, and I've got indications, notes on color kind of thing. So that has not made it out of my sketchbook yet. There's one that has though, and I'll show you, was this sketch where I've got kind of an acorn house and a camel cricket on a blade of grass, and that was the original sketch. And then I translated it to a cut paper shadow box. It does have lights inside, but it requires 8 AA batteries, and I don't have them all charged right now. I'd show you that it lights up and there's a moon back there. You can see I had to simplify it to make it work in this size, but I kind of like it and eventually would like to do more with that. But I wanted to show you those as examples of one, how to do it in your sketchbook, and two, how I've taken it out of my sketchbook and made it into a final piece. So today though, I can't decide if I should cut these and go from there, or if I start over here. And this is the last page in the preceding signature, but it's black paper. I scribbled on that and came up with something, and then cut holes in it, and then scribble here, fewer holes, and then I've got several pieces. I could make that be a collection of several pages. I think that's where I'm going to go today. Is I'll start sketching on this again, the doodles, make that come up with something, and then cut it out. So I don't know how far I'll get. So let's start with the scribble here. I'm going to pick up a Prismacolor Premier 70% cool gray. And if I want this to be kind of a window, I'm thinking kind of around here. Maybe this is kind of a tree looking thing. I could keep going with the browns, or with grays, I mean. It's like I did on the other one where, I had these intersections and I reinforced them a little bit. Just kind of breathe and slow down. Easier said than done, but that's all right. I see kind of a round. I'm going to save that as one of the jewel circles that I was doing in the previous spread. I really like those. What I'm doing now is kind of outlining the areas that I think I want to cut. Show you that, although it's nothing earth-shattering. Have you cut into your sketchbook before? Cut windows into the pages so that you can see the page below it? Have you ever done that? If you haven't, is that something you would want to do? Would you consider doing it? Okay, I'm gonna do those. This is what I've been using to cut out when I did that framed piece. Oops, the only problem with it right there. When I did that framed piece, oh, this is stuck. It's been a while since I opened it. I had trouble with a regular X-Acto, So I got this, and the problem I'm having right now is that the blade part doesn't want to come out. So I'll give my one negative comment about this particular Fiskars product is that it is hard to get out. So there we go. But you have to have access to that because that's what loosens or tightens the screw. But this is a kind of a soft rubbery stuff, and it sticks to that plastic cover. So basically, you hold like that. It was much easier when I was doing those layers and layers for that framed piece Oh, my hand got so tired. So this was easier. What I'm gonna do is slip this cutting mat between my pages, and I'm going to cut out. I'm gonna try to cut out. If I wasn't making a video, I would just turn my book. Right, so there's one hole. I'm doing another one down here. I can certainly add more as you develop that, right? So let's see how that looks. There we go, it's looking nice. What would be behind it, I'm not sure yet. I think what I'm gonna do is work on a dark tree there a little bit and go from there. See what happens. Get a minute to take my tea out of the water here. Just some plain old black tea. I love teas of all sorts. Sometimes I get quite fancy with my teas. So now, what can we do here? I'm gonna try and keep with that look. The organic squiggles, the organic, I don't know what. Anyway, I'm gonna stick with that. But let's try some browns. Thinking maybe I should have waited to do the cuts until I had this, but I wanted to make sure I got to the cuts in this session. I was kind of excited. The hardest part when I've got an idea like this is making myself slow down. You do that. You get really excited, end up kind of messing up what you're doing. And then I don't know about you, but then I end up going, well, this was a bad idea anyway. And, throwing the project aside in disgust. The good thing about doing it in a sketchbook, though, I guess, is that you would have that record and can pick it up later going, oh yeah, that was neat. I should do something with that. I'm gonna make this look kind of root-like down here. All right, now let's go back to that lighter brown. I like how that's coming out down there. I'm definitely wondering what I would put behind this. I'm going to trace these holes that I've made. My first thought is do one of the Moody's. If I did them quite big. Usually they're quite dark when I depict them. Maybe there's a little one up here. What would I put back there? Would there be more trees? How would that go? If I just cut those spots out in between, how is that gonna look when you get to here? See what I'm saying? Same thing on that one. Is he just floating, maybe? Kind of want to have him sitting, this guy right here, sitting on something that just shows up in between. That's not too bad. I'm kind of happy with that. There is my sanded eraser. Let's see if it does a little better job at erasing. So now on these holes, I would cut out something like this. Actually, I should probably go a little outside that. Shoot, now that I've already, well, won't matter because I'm going to cut that out. To go just outside that so that as the pages shift, that one, I might come around this. This could be all of that. This could go. I'm going to try combining some of these tiny areas. Because then when I get to the next layer, so let's cut some of that out while I'm thinking about it. I'll do the eyes later, I think. Put that aside. There's that one. And then behind that, what should I do? A moon, perhaps? Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna kind of trace where the windows are. That's kind of nice, yeah. Oh no, what have I got on me? I just did that. Perhaps I'm gonna be using a whole lot of black on this page. So there's the whole thing right there. And perhaps that just gets colored in really dark. Oh, I like that. I like that, yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. Wonder if I should kind of color these kind of grayish, I don't know. Wondering if I should have some spots in here, like maybe right there. Would that show? That might show some of it, yeah. Water drop kind of gem looking things. And putting some color in there. Although, should I add color or should that be black and white? Tempting. I just went with black and white. How would work? And what do you think? Should I work on this more live next week? And just continue with this? Maybe have this already done? I've got some silver ink that might look cool behind that. So yeah, if you have thoughts on that, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you next week here about the same time. All right, have a good day. Go make some art.